I'm Danny Gurry, and you've tuned in to Good Morning Frederick. It's a podcast, well, about Frederick. Everything, the people, the businesses, the nonprofits, and the cool stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Good Morning Frederick.
With a big smile, she brightens up your day. Girls of your day.
Hey, what did you say now?
Auntie Danny show.
Where? Where's Auntie Danny's show?
Right here.
How do you know that?
Yeah.
Say hi, Auntie Danny.
I did, Danny.
Say I love your show.
I love your show.
And I love you.
I love you.
Yeah, doesn't get any better than that. Good morning, Frederick. Today is Tuesday, September 10th. I'm your host, Danny Gurry. I don't know what's happening with Facebook. Yesterday, I tried to reconnect all my pages, but for some reason, we are not streaming on, I think, Promo Circus, might be Good Morning Frederick Facebook page. I know we're on YouTube. I know we're in the group Everything Frederick and More. I know we're on LinkedIn, and I think we're on my personal page. So I guess that's all that really matters. Hopefully you're finding it. If you know a friend, I look like I have a bald spot. If you know of friends that watch on those other pages, I don't know what Facebook is doing. It's weird. But anyway, we're here. I'm here. Most of you guys are here. I see you. So thank you so much for leaving those comments. Lets me know you guys are out there watching, which is phenomenal. All right, let's find out what is happening on the show today. We got Bob Miller and Chris Michaels back with your local news, weather, and sports. They're from WFMDs Morning News Express. I interviewed Nick Keim from Key City Foundation. He's going to talk about how sports are way more than just sports. And we all know that anyway, but he's going to talk about how the Key City Foundation is giving all kids access to lacrosse, which is a great sport. I've got a new segment, Under the Hood, car tips from Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. And I'm going to recap the Board of Education Town Hall from last night with Colt Black. The full interview, which was about 40 minutes, is available on the YouTube channel. And check it out. Even if you don't have kids at FCPS, you're a voter, your taxes, about 50% of your property taxes, I think he told me last night, go to the Board of Education. So it is important for you to know who is going to be spending that money. All right. Okay. Subscribe to YouTube. I think we have about 200 subscribers, a little over, to hit our goal. That is easy done. I know it. If you guys can ask a friend or two to subscribe, that would be awesome. Maybe share it out on your social medias, that YouTube stream, and just say, hey, have you heard about this great show called Good Morning Frederick? I mean, you don't have to say great. I think it's great. I think it's a great show. I think it's very informative. I think, and I hope, you're learning something new every day about Frederick, because I know I am. I mean, I grew up here. I moved away for a long time, but have been back since 2007. So that's a long time to be back in Frederick. I learn something new every single day. Some of these people I talk to. So hopefully you're learning something too. And it is an informative way to see Frederick in a positive light. We've got a lot of great things to be celebrated here in our town of Frederick. All right. And if you're a new subscriber, welcome. And if you've just joined us and this is the first time you're viewing, please put it in the comments, first time viewer. We'd love to welcome you personally. I will welcome you on the show. I'm looking at the comments right now. We got Mama Cone on YouTube. We got Tara Flannery on YouTube. She is amazing. She does some amazing photography, and some of her photography is on these glass cutting boards that are available at the home of Everything Frederick. You can purchase them Thursdays to Sundays, and we'll all be out in force this Saturday because it's in the streets. Let's see, who else do we have? We got Josh Marks on the Everything Frederick and More stream. Thank you so much for watching. All right, buy the merch, all the Good Morning Frederick merch, the proceeds, everything I sell, 100% of those proceeds go to Christmas Cash for Kids. And I'm going to start the tally on what we've got so far. I think we did $88 was my proceeds for August. So by the end of the month. So if you're downtown for In the Streets, please come buy some merch. We got tumblers, just buy a sticker, $3, or a magnet. I think they're $5. Buy a magnet, put it on your car, and just $5. Or again, stickers just $3. But you can get the tumbler, or I still have some tank tops available. Might have to put those away as we get into the winter gear. I have ordered some new merch for the winter. Those will be coming in soon, okay? But if you purchase Christmas Cash for Kids Wins, if you've never heard of that, it is a fund that gets all kids who need it a Christmas gift. So no kid goes without at Christmas time here in Frederick County. And speaking of kids not going without anything, how about donating twin sheet sets, comforters, pillows, blankets, or if it's too much to go out and purchase, which I get 100%, please, PayPal, you got my PayPal there, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, send me the funds. Mama Cone and I will shop. I will put the videos up so that you know what your money is going toward, but it really is going toward Sleep in Heavenly Peace. They build twin-sized beds so that no kid sleeps on the floor. They get the mattress and they build the bed. They're asking us to provide the sheets and blankets and things like that, which I think we can do for sure, Frederick. Now, we are collecting at the Home of Everything Frederick through the end of September, okay? And I want to thank my friend Dorothy, who got me some sheet sets, and someone with short, spiky hair dropped, that was the description I got, dropped off some sheet sets to the shop when I wasn't there. So thank you so much to those of you who have dropped things off, and I would appreciate any donation, $5, $10. Don't worry, I'm going to shop vigilantly on all the clearance sales. Or if you have some Kohl's cash you want to send me, happy to use that as well, all right? All right, we want to help those kiddos to have brand new sheets, pillowcases, and all that great stuff. All right, it's a gorgeous Tuesday. Love seeing the sun shine. Let's get this show started. I want to thank our show's sponsor, We Help You Move, no matter whether you're moving just across the street or across the country. Nicholas and his team of moving experts make the process easier. They can provide boxes, they can pack you up if you want. They'll even come by and give you tips on how best to declutter, decide what you're taking, deciding what's donated, all that good stuff, all right? We Help You Move is veteran-owned, and they are a great supporter of our community of Frederick. WeHelpYouMove.com. Okay, it looks like I've just got Bob Miller here. I don't know. Who knows what Chris is doing, but let's bring Bob in for your local news, weather, and sports from WFMD's Morning News Express. Well, good morning, sir.
Well, how are you? First off, do you have one of those tank tops in a husky?
Yeah. I will. Actually, when I tried the tank top on, they're a little snug. So I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you the moo sized Good Morning Frederick, so that you feel comfortable, free flowing.
I would think that being tight on you would be a lot better than tight on me. I'm just saying.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
And watching on YouTube, by the way, I saw Nicholas Walker saying hi and asking if you needed any boxes for collecting it all.
I know. He's phenomenal. He is phenomenal. I would love to need more boxes. I need more donations and more sheet sets. Hopefully everybody's, you know how everybody is. They wait till the last minute. Mm-hmm. They want to see where we are. But I know Sleep in Heavenly Peace has a big bed build coming up. And I'm going to find out the number of beds they're building, and I'm going to vow to get that many sets of sheets so that they don't have to worry about it. All the kids are going to get a bed with new bedding.
I like that idea, but when I was a kid, I couldn't wait to take my bed off of the bed and lay it on the floor. I think at all time, maybe you didn't do that, but I loved sleeping on the floor.
Wow, interesting.
10, 11, 12, 15, 30, something like that,
Yeah, I was just going to say, when I first moved to San Diego, I really did sleep on the floor. I had a mattress, but I did sleep on the floor for sure.
Yeah. No, my granddaughter sleeps on the floor.
Yeah.
So she loves it that way. And I think that, a mom does that to a certain point when you got toddlers that they, because Kaylin can crawl off of the, where they have the little thing that slides in so it keeps the kid on the bed.
The railing, rail, yeah.
So she just made sure that was, you take it and put it on the floor so if she falls, it's not that far of a drop.
I mean, I don't understand. We fell off our cribs, I don't know how many times. Maybe that is the explanation for Gen X. But, there was no safety things like that, I don't think, when we were young.
No, I mean, our bikes, jungle gyms, hay forts, you name it.
The monkey bars broke my husband's arm. Knock wood, I've never broken a bone or had stitches.
Really?
Yeah. And I was a tomboy. I was outside climbing the trees, doing all that stuff. But yeah.
I don't know if you can see it. There's a scar right.
Oh yeah.
There.
Yeah.
That was falling off a hay wagon and trying to grab on, and I grabbed onto a nail, and it just ripped the hand open.
Oh, isn't that fun?
Yes. So real quick, and I know we don't have a ton of time, but my story is my mom drove me to the emergency room. I was working on my dad's farm, and she dropped me off, and the lady, she's like, I need you to fill out paperwork. And I'm like, I got to get stitches. I can't, my mom's coming in, she's parking a car. Well, I can't let you go back there unless you sign your name. And I was probably 15, 16, probably a bit arrogant, cocky, kind of like I am now. I took my hand, I dripped blood on her paper, and I'm like, it's signed in blood. Now go stitch me up.
That is so great. That's great.
Yeah, I know. So,
well, it is sometimes common sense is not so common in a lot of places. I get they have their protocols, things they have to do, but come on.
Yeah, right? I mean,
what were they afraid you were going to do? Get stitched up and dash and not, they wouldn't get your info?
So then the guy, because there was a pretty big gaping hole at that time, but then the guy starts to suture me up, right? And he gave me some lidocaine, stuck it into the wound, gave me some lidocaine, then he started stitching me up. I'm like, ow, that hurts. He goes, well, I gave you a shot of lidocaine. I'm like, look, my dad's a vet. It's $3 a bottle. Use another one.
Exactly. Here he is, Lord. Mr. Technical Difficulties this morning. How are you?
Well, good morning, everybody.
Nice to see you. Party. It's Wednesday already. Just want you to know.
Yeah.
Well, then I better change his calendar over here.
So here's the problem, Danny, and I didn't want to say it, is that he wanted to take a little nap because he stayed up to watch the Jets lose.
Oh, isn't that great? When you stay up, you're tired, and your team loses.
All that garbage I was talking about, the Jets being undefeated this year, I guess that's not going to happen after all. So you know what's going to happen now? We're going to lose one game this season.
Yes.
We're going to lose one game this year.
Okay.
Yeah, until next week.
Right. Their record is safe until next week.
There you go. Well, glad he's here, though.
You made it.
You made
it.
You, Chris.
Well, thank you. And let me fix my camera here. There we go. And I do have news ready, and it's not terrible news today, but there are some scams that we want you to be aware of here.
Great.
Going around. Yep. The state administrator says some residents have received text messages that say they are not registered to vote. Then they need to click on a link in order to sign up and be able to cast a ballot for 2024's general election. Now, these messages are not from the State Board of Elections. If they send out official text, it would, of course, have a link to their official .gov website and will not ask for personal information via text message. These messages are designed to either steal identities, maybe even sow distrust in the election administration. No, that doesn't happen here, does it? Or undermine confidence in the election this year. Now, the text messages originated from the number 833-572-1128. Now, there's more information on our website at WFMD.com. So, again, I said this before, my father was a victim of scammers via text messages. Be very, very careful out there, please.
Yeah, my husband works in IT. Let me just tell you, people are clicking on stuff way too frequently.
No, absolutely, and and the other thing is that they're so sophisticated now, and now with AI, it's even worse when they can have a voice that sounds just like yours.
Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, I know. You got to come up with safe words for your family because, that's happening a lot.
Idea. That's a great idea. I just answer the phone like this. If I don't know who it is, I just answer the phone. Sheriff's Department Fraud Division.
That's it.
You know?
That's good.
Or you get the people online and they're like, hey, can I ask you a question? I'm like, sure, but let me ask you a question first. And they'll be like, oh, okay. And I'm like, if you were to die today, would you go to heaven or hell? And then it's like, click.
They can't stand that moral question. That's a good one.
So either way, you get rid of them or maybe you get their soul saved. Who knows?
Well, I'll tell you what. One thing I love watching on TikTok are the guys who scam the scammers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Those are the best. I watched one guy actually take funds from their bank source, and the guy was screaming because he could see, like, his accounts being emptied out. I loved it.
Love it. That's great.
There was a movie me and my wife were watching called The Beekeeper with Jason Statham. Have you ever seen that movie before?
I have.
I haven't.
And
no.
It's about Jason Statham goes after these people who scam a elderly woman who actually is played by what's her name from the Cosby Show? His wife. I can't think of her real name. Cliff's wife.
I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah, it's played by her, and they scam her out of millions of dollars. She works for a charity, and she winds up killing herself. Now, that's not a spoiler because that's not the end of the movie. So
thanks for that.
Yeah, it's not a spoiler. It happens to begin the movie where she kills herself because of that. So, and he tries to get rid of those scammers. So it's a really good movie if you get a chance to check it out. And many people say I look like Jason Statham, mostly just because of the bald head.
I think those many people need their eyes checked a little bit, but maybe if I squint really hard.
Yeah, well, nope. I mean, people who are like Stevie Wonder said that. So there you go.
It was Felicia Rashad.
Felicia Rashad. Good job, Bob.
There you go.
All right, Chris.
Cosby mom.
So getting back to, there we go. So Frederick County government is scheduled for 4 meetings of September and October on expanding broadband access to rural areas. Representatives from county government and Shenandoah Telecommunications Company will be on hand to describe various grant opportunities to expand access to broadband so rural residents are not left out as the world becomes more digital. So they'll answer questions from residents. I think that's a great idea. A lot of people out there who are in rural areas don't have that broadband access, and actually needed. City officials say some streets and sidewalks will be closed to traffic while filming takes place for a production on the 13th of September. South Carroll streets between East Patrick Street and East All Saints Street will be closed from 4 a.m. till 7:30 a.m. while filming takes place there. Off-duty Frederick police officers will be on site for the filming in that area. Filming would also take place on the sidewalks at 103 West 3rd Street from 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Cameras will also be rolling inside City Hall from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. And that is your news for today. Mr. Morning Mayor Bob Miller will talk about all sports except for last night's football game. He won't mention that.
No, not at all. On Monday Night Football last night, it was the New York Jets hoping they could beat the San Francisco 49ers because of the injury to Christian McCaffrey. Well, the fill-in backup to him, Jordan Mason, well, he ran for 147 yards on that very tough Jets defense and a touchdown, and went on to win a game 32-19 over the Jets on Monday Night Football. The Orioles got beat by the Red Sox. They got hammered 12-3. Bright spot for the Orioles. The 3 runs came off of Anthony Santander's home run, and he drove in all 3 runs for the Orioles. Got his 40th run of the season. Good for a home run of the season. 8th Oriole to do that. The last one, Mark Trumbo, back in 2016. Golf yesterday, Urbana over South High, 158-172. Middletown down Clear Spring. Field hockey saw South Carroll defeat Linganore by a score of 3-2. It was the mid-season tournament, Urbana over Sentinel by a score of 1-0. And then again, Linganore over Marriott's Ridge by a score of 5-1. Addison Ridgely had, and Brianna McGill had 2 goals apiece for the Lady Lancers. Urbana over Linganore 1-0. Damascus over Oakdale 1-0. Volleyball action on the hard courts 3-0 was a winner. Linganore over Westminster. And that's a look at sports.
High school sports are back. I love it. And Chris,
Me too.
I'm only giving you a hard time because I'm a Commanders fan, so I can do this. It's like and like.
Listen, I don't mind the Commanders because, I hate the New York Giants. I hate the Philadelphia Eagles because, I'm from New York. Anything Philadelphia I hate, including Rocky Balboa. I always hope he loses just because he's from Philadelphia. But he always wins. And, of course, Dallas Cowboys being from New York, like Texas. So,
Yeah.
Haters got to hate. Haters got to hate.
I know.
I'd like to poll. We'd like to poll your viewers here. Me and Bob did a poll today. Of course, we know the debates today between former President Trump and Vice President Harris. We're not asking for anybody to take sides or debate who they like better. We're just simply asking, are you actually going to watch the debate today? Yes or no? We're kind of curious. So let us know over here under the comments if you're going to watch the debate. And also, you can head to our Facebook page at WFMD. We put the poll up there. Let us know. We're really curious. Are you going to watch it? Yes or no? So,
all right. Yes, for sure. All right, gentlemen.
In the streets this weekend, right?
Yes. I'm going to come down and
going on this weekend. The fair, in the streets, and I don't know. Maybe we'll be where we used to be, right in front of the adult bookstore where they used to put us all the
time. Let's just say I know nothing about that place.
We have an adult bookstore downtown. I didn't even know this.
Yeah, there's the picture of it. Hang on a second. Back in the day, Bradley's bookstore. I don't think it's Bradley's anymore. It might be a smoke shop with a little something.
Yeah,
You
probably.
know what I mean?
It's actually called the Adult Superstore now. They sell other things besides books and stuff there.
I don't even want to know.
A friend told me. That's what I was told by my friend.
The Gold Key member.
That's right. Oh, boy. All right, gentlemen.
We like to class your show up, Danny. We like to class it up over here.
I love it. See, actually having you guys on just makes it seem like a better show with me all the way through the rest. It's all good.
There's one on your chat on the YouTube. So you have to be on your YouTube channel, right?
YouTube is the best.
We're in the back room business here. So if you want to get in on the chat, LinkedIn user is going to watch the debate.
Yes, very good. Yeah, let me just see. Oh, yeah. Oh, Nick. Look at Nick giving you a shout out, Bob.
I love Nicholas Walker.
Yes, me too.
Excuse me, Nick. I'm here too. I didn't get a shout out.
Well, you were late.
Enough about my Jets losing. At least I can get a shout out, please. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah,
Oh, all right. Well, we are going to send you both off. We will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful afternoon. Enjoy this weather.
Thank you.
See ya. Oh, my goodness. They crack me up. All right. We're going to talk about our giveaways that we have for you today. All right. We still got those Jack passes for the Frederick Fair. That gets you admission plus an all-you-can-ride wristband for you or maybe your kids or grandkids, whoever might need one. If your child or grandchild is under 10, they get in free. You can actually use the admission part of that ticket to get in, okay? So your kids, 10 and under, are free every single day at the fair, all right? So if you get a Jack Pass, they can use the ride wristband part. You can use the admission part. Remember, starting Friday at 5 o'clock, you can no longer purchase your Jack Passes online. And I think it saves you $5. Hey, you're going to want to save as much money as you possibly can, right? Any dollar helps. So get your Jack Pass before Friday, or of course you can win one. And every single day I am selecting winners to get the Jack Passes, and I can email them to you, so we'll even pick one Friday morning. All right, 5 Maryland Lottery scratch-offs. You can just text MDL. Don't forget, you can head to mdlottery.com for all the available games. And hey, I heard $800 million was the Mega Millions. I got to see when they draw. I always forget the days that they draw everything. If you guys know out there, leave a comment when they draw Mega Millions. But I think it was $800 million, which, you know, I just need a slice, just a little slice. Imagine the good I could do for the charities here in Frederick County with some of that money. Oh my gosh, it makes my head spin. I would help every single registered charity in our county. Every single one I would do. So put the good juju out there. Actually, I should just play like when it's 20 million too, because that could help too. Anyway, you can also get the Tree Trekkers 3-hour adventure ticket. I actually looked at these tickets. They're good through June 2025, okay? So you get the rest of this season and the opening to midsummer next season. So those are awesome. You can just text Tree to win that. You can enter 24 hours a day. You can text 888-465-2944. All right. So you've got those. I'd love to see your text. You can use that text line for pretty much anything. You can just say, hey, good morning. You can send me your event that you want included. You can let me know if you want to be interviewed for the show. Give me if you have somebody whose special occasion or birthday it is. I'm happy to shout them out, okay? Just don't do it like if it's today and you text me today. I don't get to check the text line too frequently while I'm on the show. I do try to answer as many comments as I possibly can. But anyway, so text anytime. All right, quick break. Then we're going to come back with what's happening in Frederick, which gives you the events for this week and this weekend. You're going to hear from Nick Kime from Key City Foundation. You're going to get some car tips from Under the Hood from Ken's Automotive and Transmissions. They got total car care for you. And I'm going to recap the Board of Education town hall we had with Colt Black. If you are a voter here in Frederick County, I urge you to go to our YouTube channel and watch the 40-minute interview with him. And we're going to have the rest of the candidates, hopefully, each week, each Monday we do it live on social media as well. All right. All of that is coming up right after this.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shannon family beyond compare.
Don't miss Local Compass, your guide to worldwide travel, this Wednesday on Good Morning Frederick. From the experts of everything travel, Antietam World Travel Service. All right, let's talk about what's happening in Frederick. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar. It is Taco Tuesday. Get your 20% off 3 tacos all day long. They've got steak, chicken, al pastor, carnitas, and fish tacos. There are vegan taco options as well. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can try the beef tongue and small intestine tacos. Go to tacobar1.com. All right, let's get to the greatest calendar that exists in Frederick County. I make that up, but it is a lot of work, and I do compile events from all sorts of different sources. I go pretty much everywhere I can. I don't know what's happening here. I'm looking at the dates on here. I don't know why this is kicking through. My goodness. Okay. Let's go back to today. Let's see if we can do this one more time. We're going to agenda. Let's see. There we go. I don't know what I clicked on. I must have clicked on the year or something like that. All right. We've got a very, very busy week coming up. But today is Tuesday, and Frederick Scottish Country Dancers. Well, oh, I'm on January. Goodness gracious almighty. Here we go. Tuesday. I was going to say, why are there no events on Tuesday? Here we go. Tuesday, September 10th. Maybe I am clicked on something and I'm hacked. Who knows? My husband would kill me. All right. FCC has a wellness and service learning fair today, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. That is at FCC on Opossum Town Pike. You can check that out if you are interested. We've got also tons of the programming from Frederick County Public Libraries. They've got amazing programming as well. If you're interested in the Affordable Housing Council, they meet today, 2:30 p.m. at FCAR, which is the Frederick County Association of Realtors at 478 Prospect Boulevard. Remember a while ago, we talked with them, and if you want to be a part, if you have interest in things like affordable housing in Frederick County, this would be a great group for you to visit and maybe get some more information and see how you can help. Today is also the YMCA of Frederick County's Farmers Market, 3:30 p.m., and that is the YMCA located on North Market Street. There is Middletown Branch Library is doing a celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month, 6 p.m. tonight. They are hearing from Dr. Robert Casa. So that's really cool if you want to experience that. A conversation on international affairs with Sean Donnelly at the Thurmont Regional Library at 7 p.m. This is what I mean when I say that the Frederick County Public Libraries have amazing programming. These are all free, and it really just gives you some great information about what is happening. All right, here we are. Frederick Scottish Country Dancers. I went to the library not too long ago, it was in this summer, to see them. You don't have to know anything about Scottish dancing. They are a fun group. They meet at the Clover Hill Civic Association, which is right on Glendale Drive. I believe it is $30 for 6 or 10 lessons. Very affordable. If you want more information, you can reach out to Valerie Hill. Her information is in that event as well. Wednesday, September 11th, don't forget about that microchip clinic for your pets. If you've got pets who go outside at all, just $20 gives them the implant registration so that if your pet is lost and then found, They can scan that microchip and make sure you get your pet back, which is, I'm telling you, you don't want to have to go through what some of those other people do when their pets are lost, and you never know where they are. So you can check that out and head to the Frederick County Animal Control right on Rosemont Avenue. The National Museum of Civil War Medicine has an adult program on Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. They are doing that at the Middletown Public Library. You can find out Middletown's role in the Civil War, which is kind of cool. I love that. The FCPS Board of Education meeting is at 6 p.m. on Wednesday. You're going to want to go online, check out the details about what they're covering there. How about story time at Sweet Babe's Creamery in Urbana? You can take the kiddos out for some stories and delicious ice cream treats. Debbie has some amazing ice cream down there, 6 p.m. You can get the story, take your kids right out on the patio. It's going to be a nice evening. And of course, ice cream is great no matter the weather, for sure. All right. On Thursday, September 12th, you can do yoga on the creek. That's at the Carroll Creek Amphitheater. I believe that's free. Yeah, free yoga. So if you've never even tried it, maybe head out 7 a.m. You can get back in time to watch the show. Yoga on the creek. There's also a networking coffee and cocktail connections. That's at 8:30 at Dutch's Daughter from 8:30 to 10. It's in the dungeon, which is downstairs at Dutch's Daughter. And, if you're looking to network with some local businesses, that's a great place to do it. Maybe it's not that you have to own your own business or anything like that. Maybe you have an event coming up. Maybe you're working on a charity thing. I don't know. These are great people you're going to want to meet and mingle with, all right? You can check out Coffee and Cocktail Connections on Thursday. Also, free Pilates on the creek, 9:15. Goodness, you could do yoga first, then Pilates, and then you could still make it back just in time for the start of the show, or just start watching on the phone by the creek. That's on Thursday, 9:15. You can check that out, and I am not sure. I believe they're at the amphitheater as well, but you can check out the tonedstudio.com for information on that. We've talked a lot about Gaver Farm. You can check out that Fall Fun Festival is on Thursday, 10 to 6. They've got over 60 attractions, and it's $20 per person. And you can take the kids out for some fun. Let them run around on the farm. I love that. The Senior Cafe is held at 10 a.m. on Thursday at the Walkersville Branch Library. And you can, get need to know simplified information about lifestyle options open to seniors as well as care levels. Look, if you're looking for things that might happen in the near or not so near future on, maybe aged care or getting a place where you get some assistance, this will be a great place to go to get that information, okay? Cozy Castle Tea and Home Tour, Thursday, 3 o'clock to 5:45. You do need to register. There is a fee. The proceeds, though, portion of them go to Christmas Cash for Kids. Thank you so much, Karen Hillman, for doing that. And if you just want to check out a very cool house right in Imesville, you will transcend to another era when you walk into the house. Well, at least I did. Your house might look exactly the same as Karen's. I don't know. It is not how my home is decorated. My home looks like a fraternity lives here sometimes. So her home does not. It is gorgeous. It's light and airy. You can enjoy tea and cookies out on the patio. It is phenomenal. And she has made some of the craftiest things ever. And that apothecary table that is in her kitchen, being used kind of as the, do you call it? The breakfast, not the breakfast bar, but the island. The island is an apothecary table, which is phenomenal. You're going to want to see it. And of course, Alive at 5 is this Thursday, wrapping up with the last 4 weeks of Alive at 5. So if you have not been yet, it now is the time to go. Plus, it's much cooler than in the heat of the summer and all that cool stuff. If you don't want to head to Alive at 5, how about some live jazz at 10th Ward? They do that on Thursdays from 7 to 9 p.m. And you can also join WFRE's Country on the Creek at Shuckin' Shack from 7 to 9 p.m. That is just Thursday. Look, people, there are a ton of activities happening in this town. You can't ever be bored. And if you've got people who are coming into town to visit and maybe you have to work, make sure you give them, maybe print off the day that they're here so that they know that all of these options, maybe put together a fun itinerary for them, keeps them busy while you're working. Look, I'm here to help. I'm here to help you. All right, Friday is the 13th, and the Frederick Fair opens on Friday. Flo Rida is the entertainment. I believe tickets are still available. You can get them at etix.com. There is also a horse baler, I spelled that wrong, racing expo at the fairgrounds, 6 to 7 p.m. at the Horse Arena, right in the infield. You can check that out if you've been interested in horse racing. They have this, remember we talked about it, I think yesterday, Dutch's Daughter, a murder mystery party, 7 p.m. If you're looking for something different and fun, this looks like a really cool evening. You can check out DD Mysteries at .eventbrite.com for the murder mystery party. Remember, this also benefits our friends at Fetch. Fetch is the thrift store that helps animals and animal shelters, and she's amazing. Live music at the Cocktail Lab, which is at 10th Ward as well on Friday night. Now Saturday, goodness, you have a car show to kick off the morning. You can start there on Saturday. You could head straight over to the Frederick Fair, maybe take a look at all the exhibits, and might see if we can get a blue ribbon for Mama Cone's cake, which she still has to bake. I got to go get her all the stuff that she needs for that today, so we can turn that in this week. And you can still, the youth can still put in their entries on Saturday. And I believe this includes like artwork and things like that they have done. The Maryland Renaissance Festival is happening in Annapolis as well on Saturday. You can, of course, go to Gaver Farm on Saturday as well. I mean to tell you, we are only at 10 a.m. and we're not even there. Oh, and hey, Saturday, in the streets, okay? So if you want to try to make the perfect day, here's what I recommend. You can do that stuff early in the morning or sleep in. Come to In the Streets at 11 a.m., okay? Walk down Market Street, check out all the amazing venues. You got to stop in at 4th and Market to the home of everything Frederick. Shannon has organized live music to play. You're going to be able to get a free t-shirt, tumbler, tank top, whatever you want from Good Morning Frederick by doing just a couple things that I'm sure you've already done. So come by and pick up a free shirt or tumbler or whatever while supplies last, of course. And if you're there at 11 a.m., you're a shoo-in for that, right? I'm also going to be recording, or my husband is going to be there, and I have some friends helping me. We're going to be recording you guys saying, hey, good morning, I'm so-and-so from Middletown, you're watching Good Morning Frederick. Or I'm going to be asking you, what are the 3 things you love about Frederick? Or I'm going to be asking if somebody had only 24 hours to spend in Frederick, what would you say is a must-do, okay? Come by, be on the show. We'd love that. We'd love to see you as well. 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. is in the streets. Then at 5 o'clock, you can head over to the Great Frederick Fair, get some dinner, and hang out, maybe ride some rides. Get on that Ferris wheel or something like that, okay? Saturday's going to be pretty full with those two things, so we're going to move on to Sunday. Sunday is game day at Bentstown. You can head to Bentstown, 6 South Bents Street. We were there this past Sunday. I'm going to recap it on Friday for you. I'm telling you, the food and beer buckets, worth it. Worth just, even if you don't even like football, okay? It's not your big rowdy sports bar, all right? It's got a different vibe in there, which is kind of cool. Maybe you want to hang out with your girlfriends while your husbands are all doing like their fantasy stuff and yelling and screaming at the TV. Get your girlfriends together, go to Bentstown, get a couple buckets of beers, or they have sangria and wine on special as well. Get the wings. The wings, I tell you, a must get. Also, the slider platter is great. There were 6 sandwiches on there. There were 6 of us. It worked out perfectly. You can get, I think it's the brisket, the pulled pork, and the Nashi hot, I think are the sandwiches on that sampler. Amazing, all right? And hang out there for a couple of hours and enjoy a different vibe for game day at Bentstown. All right, and that takes us back to Monday, all right? And then I do want to remind you, and you will see this on, because I talked to Nick Kime, and he's going to be up in just a minute. But GMF 5K 2024, go and register for the Key City Foundation Oktoberfest 5K Fun Run. Mama Cone and I might try to walk it, but maybe more so we'll be there to cheerlead as you guys come in. I'm always I get teared up when people come running into the finish line and we're saying, woo, congratulations. I do. I love celebrating people's accomplishments. Anyway, Key City Foundation, you're going to hear more about them coming up right now, but you want to register for that, okay? I'm telling you, if that doesn't give you enough to do this week and something to look at on the near future, I don't know what to tell you, okay? I really, really do not. But now let's talk about who's doing good in our neighborhood of Frederick. Doing Good in Our Neighborhood is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. Why trust Antietam World Travel Service to coordinate your vacation? It is simple. Because they are a full-service travel agency. They don't do this stuff as a side hustle. They're not only doing it on weekends. They are full service, and they'll save you countless hours of online research. They also have relationships with all the suppliers, meaning they know the properties, they know people at the properties, and sometimes they can get you some perks, maybe some bucks to spend at the spa or things like that. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com now and get started on your dream vacation. All right, I had a chance to sit down with Nick Kime. He knows that participating in sports gives kids way more than wins and losses on the field. All right, it is way more than just the sport itself. And he is part of an organization that wants all kids to have an opportunity to be a part of a team, and that is Key City Foundation. So, let's hear from Nick Kime. Of Everything Frederick, 401 North Market Street. I'm with Nick Kime, and you are with Key City Foundation.
That's correct.
And I was introduced to you guys a few years ago at my former job and didn't get to work too closely with you. Now I'm excited. I'm going to be doing a lot more to help support what you guys are doing.
That's awesome.
Tell me a little bit about how the program, the foundation started and why.
Sure.
And how Frederick can support you.
Sure. So the foundation started by Randolph Clark. He's the founder of the organization. He started it as an off-season workout program for the Walkersville High School varsity team.
Okay.
So it started at, I think it was 7 years ago or so. So it's been going for quite some time. And it was just a workout program. They had about like 6 or 7 guys from just the Walkersville program out on the turf. I think they were practicing at TJ Turf. And then over time, like they told their friends, and they came from different high school teams or different rec programs or different club programs. and then it kind of grew from there into a box league. So it went from like summer to fall to then like winter.
Okay.
So then he started a box league for like all those players, and then through just word of mouth and networking, more and more players wanted to join. And now, as of today, for our fall league, we are up to just over 60 players.
Okay, so this is all lacrosse.
Yes.
And from what age?
So right now we have a middle school through a varsity program.
Okay. And if you guys haven't watched lacrosse or been a part of it or had kids that are a part of it, it's an amazing sport. It's so fun, fast-paced, but
Absolutely.
really it's a really great program to keep kids active and moving, and kids who may not want to do football or baseball
Right.
or whatever. It's a great alternative, and it's also a great training program for kids who are playing baseball and football to give them a different sport to play throughout the year.
Absolutely.
So do you guys focus on, is it really just kind of fundamentals, working out, or what
So
is it?
we do a little bit of everything. So the way that we like to think of ourselves is there's a gap in between the rec program and the high-level club program, right?
Yeah.
So these high-level club programs, and they're great. I'm not a club basher. A lot of my close friends are part of these programs. They're great for getting college recruited players, right? But a lot of people just, for several different reasons, maybe they can't afford it, maybe they don't have the time investment. But we kind of bridge the gap in between the rec and those high-level club programs.
Nice.
From a price perspective. And in doing that, we feel like the club scene has made the sport very exclusive. Right?
It has made
because
it very
the price tag that you need to play and all the gear you need and
where you need to
right,
go.
and where you need to travel
And
to.
if you have
Right.
other kids, any sport, not just lacrosse, any sport where you're trying to specialize, first of all, a lot of people say the research shows it does not actually help you get better, to
Right.
be honest. You end up sometimes getting different injuries. It's really good to shake things up. But
Right.
regardless of what you guys are going to do, it's really tough. Some kids just love the sport and want to continue to
Yeah.
play and may not be at that level or even
This is
want to
exactly
come in
true.
at that
Yep.
level. So,
So-
it is good.
Right. So the club scene is kind of making the sport more exclusive, right, from all those perspectives. So we're just trying to look at how we can make it more inclusive for people.
Yeah, I love it.
And so back when I was playing, there was a lot of summer outlets and summer programs available for people, from the rec side of things. Used to be a big program called Heroes, and anyone about my age, mid-30s, remember that.
Okay.
And you paid $25, right? You went to the field. They gave you an old T-shirt. It was always a double XL, right? So you had to cut it up and make it fit. But then there was a ton of opportunity to play, right?
Okay.
But now, if you aren't part of one of these exclusive club programs, there's nothing for you. There's no summer league. There's no opportunity to get into these recruiting tournaments. So there was just a big gap. Where are these players doing?
Yeah.
Right? And it's, we like to include everybody, and inclusivity is a big part of what we're about. So we never let price or anything else become an objective. If people need rides to games,
Yeah.
right? We can pick them up. We can carpool. We set up carpools.
That's amazing.
And if it's a monetary situation, we understand everyone has a different situation.
Yeah.
So we have a ton of scholarship opportunities as well.
Fantastic. Okay, so you guys provide that gap filler for any player, middle school through high school, right?
Yep.
And where do you guys practice and play?
So in addition to the middle school and high school, we actually do run free clinics throughout the year.
Okay.
So we just invite everyone out. We'll grab a field. I think the last one was at, Utica. So we ran out to our field and we just invite everyone in the community to come
Fun.
out and play, try to get sticks in hands, players that have never played before or just
Yeah.
are curious about the sport. So we do cater to that. And we probably had our youngest player out there. Last time was probably 6 years old.
Oh, I love it.
So we'll supply the sticks, the balls, everything. You have just show up and with a good attitude, and we can do that too. So we try to make sure that while our teams are middle school through high school, we also give an opportunity for any level player,
Awesome.
male, female, girl, boy, that wants to be exposed to the sport in general.
Yeah, and just try it out. How can Frederick support you guys? What do you need at this point?
So a lot of it, honestly, is our goal is to have the program fully funded, right? And that's a very ambitious goal, right? Because
Yeah.
the field rentals and everything is very expensive. And to answer your question about fields, we like to use the high school fields as much as we can.
Yeah.
We have partnerships with a lot of the athletic directors, so
Nice.
we can try to, some of the money that we're using for the field rental goes back to them, right? So we're
Yeah.
kind of helping the community.
Right.
But a lot of it is just, it's very expensive, right? So to rent the fields, to enter into these tournaments. So really what we're hoping to get from the community is just support via fundraising. And we put on a lot of good events and fun fundraisers that people can participate in.
Yeah.
So that would be awesome. We do have a lot of community support, but just spreading the word and our mission, I think a lot of people resonate with that.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think keeping kids active is really important, giving them exposure to a sport that they may not be familiar with, giving them an opportunity to play and meet people from throughout the community. I think that's always great. Well, I know your next event is coming up that I'm aware of is the October 5th Oktoberfest 5K Fun Run.
That's true, yes, at Baker Park.
Yes, so if you're a runner, you can sign up to that event because that is ultimately going to help.
Yep.
Anything else coming up in the near future that you know about?
If any restaurants would like to partner, we'll try to do some Dining for Dollars initiatives.
Okay.
I think that's something that we want to kind of flesh out a little further through the end of the year.
Okay.
But our biggest fundraiser of the year is the Oktoberfest, and it's a lot of work that we invest into it. So we had a great turnout last year, over 100 runners.
Okay.
So we're looking forward to having a larger turnout this year.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get them to 200 runners. We can do it. This is a running town. Come on, these races get 300-400 people. We can do it. We're going to spread the word. We're going to make sure there are registrations because we would love to expose more kids to this great sport and give them an opportunity to maybe find something new.
Absolutely. And it's not even about the sports either. Like sports, it's not the sport of lacrosse. It's just the aspect of sports. There's so much more to it.
Yeah.
You know, the community you feel, like you never know how far like the ripple of the sport will take you. Like for me personally, I mean, I certainly wouldn't have achieved half the things I have just without being involved in the sport of lacrosse, and it kind of trajectory of my life would be so different if not for sports. And you like to think like there's some people in the program that, you know, especially who knows where they're coming from or what they need. And I think the sport can provide a lot of things for you emotionally and physically and
well, look, I mean, we all know that when you're a part of a team, that it gives you accountability, a drive, gives you support, gives you a family. And, you know, if people are coming from situations where any of those things is not great, it gives them a place to feel comfortable, wanted, needed, and also achieving some things and feel good about, you know, what they're able to do. So we all know that sports mimic life, mimic sports. So anytime that we can help kids and get them into something like that, I think it's really, really helpful. Builds a bigger community, better community, and we love that.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, the misconception is that like a lower cost equals lower quality. And that's kind of like what the club scene is built up, right? You're paying all this money for whatever, and we're providing that same service. We have, I mean, Randolph, he's a national caliber player, plays with Team Philippines. He's been coaching forever at a very high level, right? So we can provide the same sort of solution for a fraction of the cost, and it doesn't have to cost people like a second mortgage to play a sport. A sport, it's supposed to be fun and inclusive, so let's make lacrosse inclusive again.
Yeah, we like it. We like it. Key City Foundation, we'll put the website on the screen. Reach out. Register for the 5K. Donate when you can. Do you guys need like coaches and volunteers?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So anyone with any coaching experience or not that wants to coach or volunteer, that's great. We could absolutely use all the help we can get.
Yeah, we'll make sure and put contact information there too. If you're interested in supporting this organization, they would love to have you. Key City Foundation. Thank you guys for watching. Ah, yes, lacrosse. Oh my gosh, greatest sport ever. That's a personal opinion, of course. Very personal opinion. All right, how about groom? You got pets at home? I got someone to tell you about. It's Danny. I want to tell you how amazing Zoomin' Groomin' of Frederick and Rockville is. First, let's talk about convenience. It's so convenient that they come right to your door. Now, we've got 2 pets who get groomed each visit. We've got Remy, our daughter's cat, and he just gets a nail trim, which takes literally minutes. We tried clipping his nails a few times ourselves, but I'm afraid to cut too short. Then there's our girl, Callie. She's our high anxiety baby, always has been. And it's so great that I don't have to drive her anywhere because she gets really worked up before going to the other groomer. And I hated that she was kenneled before and after her groom. So with Zoom and Groomin', I go online, make an appointment, and I select the bath and blowout service for her. That includes her nail trim, which I love too. So she gets her nails, she smells so good, and the groomer comes right to our door, takes her, gets her bathed, and within about 20 minutes, she's back feeling great. Now you can make an appointment online at zoomandgrooming.com. Under locations, select Maryland and Frederick and Rockville. Zoom and Groomin', convenient, professional, perfect. You don't have to leave the house. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how nice that is to get someone come straight to the house. I don't have to go out at all, can still do my stuff, and the pets are taken care of. I love it. All right, one more quick break, then we're back with Board of Education candidate Colt Black. I did a little recap from our town hall, and Under the Hood, presented by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. All that's coming up right after this.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves. Double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art Splatter Room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
Oh yes, free your creativity, and also get your roof fixed from A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're right here in Frederick. They live here, they work here. They also specialize in roofing and siding. They'll also do your windows, patios, and decks. And how about your gutters? Ash and I had an issue with one of our gutters on our house. It was on the second story. We don't have a ladder big enough, and actually, thank goodness, because neither of us needs to be climbing up there to fix it. I contacted Sandra at A&S Construction. She sent a team over here. They arrived on time. They were fabulous. They not only unclogged the gutter, I am going to get the mesh that sits over your gutters so the water can get through, but leaves and stuff cannot. Makes it very easy for cleaning that off. We have these huge trees by our house, and we love our neighbors. We do. I do love our neighbors, Susan Cat. I not like the trees in the fall only. They're beautiful, though, and they're great shade trees. I'm just kidding. However, there are a lot of leaves that we have each year, and they're getting in the gutters. Well, Sandra's going to make sure our gutters are protected with this mesh, and I can't wait. $750 off any roof or siding replacement, $50 off any roof repairs, ansconstruction.net. All right, people of Frederick, we've got some great people in our town. Let's talk about one right now. People of Frederick is sponsored by Pulling for Veterans. The final flea market of this year is Sunday, September 29th. It is at the AmVets Farm, located right off 144 next to Tree Trekkers. You can get your space for just $30, which benefits Pulling for Veterans. There are 150 spaces available. They have a ton of stuff. They have a couple food trucks. There's a playground there for the kids. Bring the kids. They can go run around on the playground and have a good time while you shop all the great vendors. We were there the last one in July, I think it was. Yeah. And tons of great vendors. Some selling new things, some selling like yard sale, flea market items. But my gosh, some of the finds there, spectacular. Okay, head on out, put it on the calendars September 29th to either be a shopper or a vendor, or maybe both. All right, last night we hosted the first of, I hope to be many, live stream town halls. 6, I hope, but we'll see. I had the chance to chat with Colt Black, who is a nominee for the Board of Education. You can view the entire 40-minute interview on our YouTube channel. Click on the Live tab. I will repost that video as well later today. But here's a recap of how it went. And for each candidate, I asked them to introduce themselves, and I give them kind of a few minutes at the end to say what they want to say to the voter. And here is Colt Black. Welcome to the home of everything Frederick at 401 North Market Street. I'm Danny Gurry from Good Morning Frederick, though I know it's not morning. This is an odd time, I know, for me to be on. I am excited to bring you each week on Monday from now through mid-October all of the nominees for the Board of Education of Frederick County candidates who decide to return the calls. Well, the first one did, and I'm excited to have Colt Black with me, who is up for nomination. First, I'd love to just start out and find out a little bit about you and your desire to be seated on the Board of Education.
Well, thank you for having me here. I think it's an excellent opportunity to be able to address your viewers. So my name's Colt Black. Of course, I'm a licensed funeral director. So I've been a licensed funeral director here in the state of Maryland since right around 2010.
Okay.
So I own my own business, Black's Funeral Home, and I own the Acacia Society, which is an online-based cremation service providership. I'm also involved in emergency medical services. I actually own Blue Star EMS, which is a private transport EMS company based out of Pennsylvania.
Wow, all right.
Yes.
So you are a part of the community, full stop, really.
Indeed.
Yes.
My desire is really just to serve the community, because at the end of the day, I have 3 kids, all of whom go to between Catoctin and Thurmont Middle School. I'm a product of Frederick County Public Schools. I attended Sebillsville Elementary, and then from there, Thurmont Middle and Catoctin High. I graduated in 2006. So, from my time in FCPS, now with my children in FCPS, I've seen a lot of both negative as well as positive changes within the school system, and I'm looking to try to help influence some of those negative decisions back to the positive.
Right, I think I've put you through the ringer, but I am going to give you your 5 minutes to really just let the viewers know about you, why they should vote for you on November 5th.
Right,
and
November 5th.
Yeah, we're going to let you have the floor.
Well, thank you. I mean, really, at the end of the day, the decision on who you vote for the Board of Education is a binary choice. Do you want someone who is going to respect your rights as a parent? Do you want somebody that's going to respect your rights as a taxpayer? Because at the end of the day, even if you don't have children in Frederick County Public Schools, your property taxes is influenced by what the school board spends. And while the school board is not a taxing entity, meaning we cannot set tax rates, if you look at Frederick County's budget, the school board is roughly half. So, do you want somebody that's going to be fiscally responsible, or would you like your property taxes to increase? So, very short and sweet. I don't want to raise your kids, and I don't want to raise your taxes. At the end of the day, everything else is subpar to that, because through fiscal responsibility comes increase in opportunities for our students here in the schools, and through parental engagement and transparency comes the building of partnerships that strengthens our community.
Well, there you go. Where should people go if they want to find out more, pass along your information to somebody?
Excellent. Yes. So my website is Colt, just simply my name, Colt, C-O-L-T, black.com, and we're also on Facebook as well.
Awesome. All right. Well, reach out if you have any additional questions for Colt directly. Appreciate your time for coming in today. Really
Thank
do.
you very much.
I think it's very important. And like Colt said, even if you don't have students in FCPS, this does affect you. And you're going to want to know to put the right people on the school board this year. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. All right. I'm working on somebody for this coming Monday. We still have a few candidates who haven't responded yet, so I'm going to reach out to them individually again to see if they want to join us on Monday evening. We will probably just go live from 6 o'clock for about 40 minutes. If you want to come to the home of Everything Frederick on Monday evening, we'll give you details on that. You can come hang out with me. All right, now it is time for Under the Hood. This is monthly car tips from the car experts at Ken's Automotive and Transmissions. Total Car Care, located right at the corner of South Jefferson and North. I think they're North Jefferson. They're right at the corner. Jefferson and Patrick Streets in Frederick. And they've been there for like 50 years. So you know the corner I'm talking about. Here we go. Under the Hood. I'm at Ken's Automotive and Transmission Total Car Care with Tyler Mead.
Hello.
So this is Under the Hood.
Yes.
We're going to get a little bit of information every single month from you guys. Questions that a lot of listeners or viewers ask.
Cool.
One big one. Premium unleaded, regular unleaded, Supreme.
Yep.
What is the difference? What should we be filling up our cars with? Does it even matter?
Yes, it does matter. It really depends on what it says on the inside of your gas tank. When you open up your gas tank, it actually tells you if you have to do premium or regular, 87, I think 91 or 93. The difference
it says it on the inside of our gas.
Yes,
so when you flip open the gas thing, it's right there?
Yep. Some of them say E85, some of them say premium, 93.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha.
It's also in your user manual.
Yeah, okay.
The difference between them is 87 is a lower octane versus 91 and 93. 93 burns quicker, burns hotter, and it burns cleaner. Usually you're supposed to be able to get a little bit more fuel mileage out of it, but it is more expensive than your normal 87 or 91. But as far as like longevity, a lot of your high-class European cars like Mercedes, BMW, stuff like that, they definitely want you to use 93 or premium.
Yeah.
But really, I don't see any much of a difference.
Yeah.
I feel much better with 87 all the time. So.
I know sometimes when it rises, it's like 3 something a gallon. You're like, dang, I gotta save a little money. But it's not gonna hurt your car. A standard car that probably like a minivan or like I drive a CRV, those are gonna be okay on 97.
Yeah. The biggest thing you're gonna do is bigger carbon buildup for your lower octanes. So you may end up having to do more maintenance on the long run of things.
Okay.
Induction service along those lines, but you would never really see that in your pocket because you're going to be doing that regular maintenance anyways.
That's right, because when you come to Ken's Automotive and Transmission Total Car Care, what I love about what you guys do is you provide a full stoplight of what has to happen.
Absolutely.
Some things have to be fixed now. That's the red light. Yellow light, hey, it's coming up sometime in the future.
Yep.
Green light, you're all good.
Good to go.
You check the car from front to back every single time people bring it in?
Yes, absolutely.
It's amazing. All right, so you can save at the pump if you've got one of those, I'm going to say standard cars. No offense to anyone, but higher European cars, your BMWs, your Mercedes.
Definitely want to use 93 of them.
Yes,
they're already expensive owning ones, so I can only imagine filling one up.
And of course, if you have a diesel, you better be using diesel.
Yes, there's only one for those.
only one of those. All right, want to thank Tyler from Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, right at the corner of Jefferson and Patrick Streets in downtown Frederick. Come here. If you need your car, anything done, they'll take care of you here.
Perfect. Thank you, Danny.
Ah, yes, that music just makes me want to crank open the windows. I love it. All right, want to thank Ken's Automotive and Transmissions for that. All right, coming up tomorrow, local compass segment from Antietam World Travel Services and Gina Carell from 24/7 Dance Studios, good friend of mine, and boy, she is definitely doing something right over there. Please tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. We'd love to get to those 1,000 subscribers. I just need 200 more. I know you can help me. You guys are great advocates for the show. Share it on your socials and ask a friend. Have you watched Good Morning Frederick? All right, get out there. Have an awesome day. And let's be great, Frederick.
From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek sunshine.